Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Capitalize Your Best podcast, where we are here to help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and this podcast is part of the Capitalize Your Best network. We now have 4 podcasts. We have the This Is Going to Hurt podcast on Monday, which focuses on making a better you. That's personal growth. We have the Coach Training Partners podcast on Tuesdays, which is about training and equipping coaches to create programs and grow their revenue. Of course, today is Wednesday. It's the Capitalize Your Best podcast, which is focused on business and marketing growth. And then on Friday, we have the You're Entitled to Your Opinion podcast, which is just a fun podcast about genre, books, movies, shows, and that kind of thing. So thank you for joining us in, friends. And this is a bit of a different backdrop. Typically, I reserve this backdrop for the You're Entitled to Your Opinion podcast because you can see all my stuff here. I've got Kiss posters on the wall. I've got superhero stuff over here. I've got my Robert Greene books over here. And it's typically not the backdrop for a business podcast. But today's topic is representing yourself in your marketing. Representing yourself in your marketing. You see, a lot of times when we're doing our marketing, there's a temptation to put on a facade, to be someone other than who we really are, or to imitate what we think our audience wants. But I really encourage our folks to create a 5-fold personal brand for their personal pages. Now, we're not talking about your business pages and that kind of thing, or even LinkedIn. We're talking about your personal pages. And here, that's what I'm doing. I'm representing who I am. And my 5-fold brand is this. I talk a lot about marketing, of course, running. I talk about coffee. I talk about my family. And I talk about pop culture, which is all this stuff here, right? So marketing, running, my family, pop culture, and that kind of thing, and then coffee. Because you know why? Because that's who I am. Those are the easiest things for me to talk about. And so when I represent myself in my marketing over on my business side, we're a marketing educational company. Why? Because I love marketing, and I've been in education since 1993 when I started out as an English teacher, of course, then rolling into becoming a pastor, and then now an educational marketing company. So that's what we represent. And so in our business marketing, I'm just myself. I'm an educator at heart, so I educate people about marketing. On my personal pages, especially in Facebook, I just go through that 5-fold brand. Now, I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I try to give a fair assessment of that because I drink coffee every day. I run every day. I do marketing every day. I love my family every day. And I love pop culture, books, movies, music, and that kind of thing every day. And my podcasts are beginning to represent all those things. And so the best thing for you is to create a genuine representation of who you are. So in your business marketing, represent who you are. What is the distinction about you as a realtor, as a coach, as a construction company? What is distinct about you guys? Well, then share that. But on your personal marketing, which I highly recommend, on your personal marketing, I encourage you to create a 5-fold brand. Now, that's one of the things that we do with folks at the Capitalize Your Best program. We help you fashion a 5-fold brand, and then we teach you how to represent yourself online in your marketing and in the marketplace so that when people interact with you, they already know who you are. For example, when folks reach out to me about marketing services, they've already looked at my pages. They know what I care about. They know what I do. They'll often go, looks like you're a runner. I'm like, yes. Looks like you love company. Yes. Coffee, excuse me. They're like, you have a beautiful family. I'll be like, thank you. And that's because I roll through that. And that's all I talk about on my personal brand. I don't break into other areas. So my encouragement to you is, what is it that makes you distinct? That's your business brand. Well, then celebrate that. Capitalize your best over there. On your personal brand, represent yourself in a genuine fashion. And you might go, well, Gordon, the things that I do are boring. Not true. Because you may say, I just like to knit. Well, there's tons of people who like to knit. Do you love your cat? Share about your cat. Do you love your dog? Do that. Do you love a fish? Doesn't matter. Do you like plants? Then talk about that. Honestly, it's not that there's anything that's too boring. It's that you just got to represent yourself. And people don't have to love rock and roll to work with me, but they have to know that's who I am because I'm going to talk about those references. People don't have to love coffee, but people work with me because they know who I am. And it gives me a genuine opportunity to represent myself. So this is what this is about. It's about a genuine representation of who you are on your business page, and then on your personal marketing, a genuine representation of who you are there. In that fivefold brand, don't deviate from it. Don't all of a sudden decide that today you start talking politics or whatever the case may be. Nail down your fivefold brand. Now, over time, it might change, of course, but then that's a wholesale change and you've dropped something and you're not talking about it anymore. It seems that 5 seems to be the perfect number that people have for being able to track you and understand you. Anything beyond that's too much. So I encourage you, if you want to genuinely represent yourself on your business side, genuinely represent what makes you distinct. We're an educational marketing company. I teach that what makes us distinct. I put up teaching marketing company every single day. Teaching marketing content every single day. But over on my personal page, I'm representing my fivefold brand, my family, coffee, running, pop culture marketing. And then that way people don't get worn out by me talking about marketing. It gives me a chance to rotate through those things. So friends, that's my encouragement. Genuinely represent yourself when you are marketing, both on your business pages and your personal pages. And if you need help learning how to do that, reach out to me. We'll be glad to help you. We can help you create a fivefold brand. It's going to help your content connect with a larger audience, and it's going to help people get to know you even before they begin to work with you. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Be genuine online, be yourself, be consistent, put out a lot of content, talk to a target audience, and watch your business grow. Thanks, friends. Bye-bye.